Joining us for an all-out preview of the upcoming PBA season is former PBA forward, 9-time PBA champion, the one and only Pinoy Sakuragi, Marc Pingris, as well as basketball analyst Juan Banal. Good morning, Ping. Good morning, Juan. Welcome to the new Sports Desk. Simulan ko na kay Pinoy Sakuragi, Marc Pingris, na naka-shades ngayon kasi kakatapos lang ng kanyang LASIK surgery. Ping, magandang umaga. Tol, maraming salamat.
Good morning. Magandang umaga sa'yo. And also, hi, Juan. How are you?
Juan?
Sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Hi, guys.
Juan, here we are. We were messaging with each other, and now the PBA is back, and you're back here on Sports Desk. Good morning. Juan, I think you are... you have to turn on.
Yeah, sorry. We have exciting times for us. We've been waiting for such a long time to finally have basketball back. And it's here. I don't know how to feel. You know, it's a mix of nervousness and excitement. Kala mo ako'y maglalaro eh.
Ako excited na ako. Kausap ko si Ping kagabi, sabi ko excited na ako dahil patapos na rin yung NBA, na-delay nga yung PBA, but here we are. Ping, this is life after a player, but now of course you're here as our guest analyst. Gaano ka-exciting to para sa sambayanan, sa Pinoy fans na magbabalik na ang PBA?
Well, sobrang excited. Ako nga rin, excited nga rin ako na mapanood ulit yung mga teammate ko. And of course, ang daming nag-aabang nito. Ang daming mga kabataan na nag-aantay ulit na mapanood yung mga idol nila. And of course, yung mga PBA player natin ngayon na grabe rin yung sakripisyo nila. Kaya sobrang excited din itong mga to. Alam ko rin, kahit nga mga ballboy minsan tumatawag sa akin, excited din sila eh. So, sa akin, napakasaya ng feelings talaga na yung pakiramdam na mapapanood mo ulit yung PBA.
Yeah, it's back to work for everybody in the PBA and balik trabaho din. Si Juan Banal. Ang daming storylines coming into this season. Ang dami natin pwedeng pag-usapan. Pero let's talk about some of these trades na naganap that really caught a lot of people's attention during the long break since last year's bubble hanggang ngayon. Simulan natin kay Baby Beast, kay CJ Perez, heading to the San Miguel Bearmen. The former #1 pick in the draft, joining an already stacked lineup. Alam mo naman natin, pagdating sa All-Filipino, pag healthy yan, mahirap talunin ng San Miguel. And they're also getting back yung 6-time MVP lang naman nila, na si The Kraken, Marc Fajardo. Juan, what can you say about this development? San Miguel, the rich get richer, and do you think this is really, kumbaga, okay, nagpahinga lang kami sa All-Filipino sandali, natigil yung streak namin sa bubble, but do you think this is like San Miguel reclaiming their throne? Are they the shoe-in champions already?
Yeah, it's interesting that paminsan it's a double-edged sword. Eh. Some people would like to think that, they got stronger, but having to put an all-star cast under one roof would also be a problem because having too many chefs in the kitchen is a concern. So it's interesting how it's all gonna mix up, but you have to understand Marc Fajardo is not yet, the Marc that we know, because he's still gonna have to brush off that rust coming from a very serious injury. So CJ Perez, the beauty of him coming to San Miguel is he's gonna have to share and carry that load. It's interesting how the dynamics can vary. When Marc is on the floor, anong klaseng sistema lalaruin ng San Miguel, and at the same time, if you have CJ on the floor without Marc, it kind of compensates pa rin because nakita natin na exposed ng San Miguel when they didn't have Marc, they had all sorts of problem having to adjust who's going to be the focal point of the offense. You're bringing in a guy like CJ Perez who's used to taking and carrying a team on his shoulders, and having to fill on that role without Marc on the floor is an interesting sight to see how San Miguel will make that work. So you're going to see a different kind of San Miguel when CJ is on the floor with the rest of the guys without Marc, and Marc on the floor, and how he's going to work with the rest of his former teammates.
Well, Coach Leosha will really have a great problem to having so many offensive options on the floor for him. Ping, ikaw, paalala nga natin sa mga fans, what's it like to face a Marc Fajardo? Sa basketball hindi sa Dota. Pagdating sa basketball, gaano ba talaga kahirap bantayan ng isang Marc Fajardo when healthy?
Kasi si Marc, malaki na nga siya, talagang magaling din na player. Hindi lang siya yung dinadaan niya sa height niya. Talagang marunong siyang gumamit ng katawan. At mabilis siya sa height niya, mabilis din si Junmar. And talagang yung IQ niya rin sa basketball is talagang nandun. Talagang magaling na player. Talagang pag nasa ilalim na 100%, walang makakahinto kay Junmar. So, siya yung kumbaga, kay Asi Taulaba, nahirapan ako sa kanya. And also ito, si Junmar, mas nahirapan ako sa kanya dahil magaling, may shooting din. So hindi mo rin pwedeng basta-basta foulin sa ilalim dahil meron siyang free throw, So kaya napatunayan niya yan. Ilan MVP rin nakuha niya, ilan championship din nakuha niya. Talagang katulad sinabi ko sa kanya dati, nung naalala ko, magkalaban kami sa finals. Talagang nung natalo ko siya, nagkita kami sa Shangri-La, nag-dinner kami, at nandun yung mama niya, yung papa niya. Nilapitan ko si Junmar. Ito pa yung medyo hindi pa kami sobrang close, pero magkakilala na kami. Talagang nagdodota na rin kami. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, bro, alam ko marami ka pang pagdadaan ng finals, marami ka pang award na makukuha. Pagbigyan mo na, akin siguro yung gabing to, akin na to. Pero I promise bro, alam ko, darating yung araw na sunod-sunod yung makukuha mong MVP. So natupad yon. Talagang nangyari yun dahil siguro si Junmar kasi hindi siya umihinto. Talagang yung hard work niya, kumbaga continue yun na talagang pinaghihirapan niya. Akala nyo, sa Gilas, wala siyang ginagawa pero naniniwala kasi ako nung nakita ko yun dahil sobrang sipag ni Junmar. Kahit wala siyang kasama, pupunta sa gym, nag-workout, nag-free throw. So, yung heart niya makikita mo nasa basketball din talaga.
Alam mo, pati si Junmar, nabanggit mo nga, nadali mo yun, Ping. Sabi mo, napakataas ng basketball IQ. He knows also when to pass. He's a good passer for a big man. We know CJ Perez can't score. That's already out of the question. He's a former scoring champ in the PBA. But what else can and does a CJ Perez already bring to a championship caliber team like San Miguel?
I think the beauty of having CJ Perez is now San Miguel can run as much as they want. Diba? You've got guys like Chris Ross and ito nga si Marshall. We've got Terrence also. So, biglang, imagine, okay, if you can dominate the rebounding because of Junmar will not have to go up and down the floor. All he has to do is throw a Hail Mary, and for sure there will be somebody who's going to pick it up. And you're just going to see a different dynamics when it comes to the speed of San Miguel having CJ Perez on the floor. And that's a scary sight. If they can dominate the half-court set, and now they can also start running, nakakatakot yung San Miguel Beermen.
Well, you know what? Nakakatakot talaga yun. Iniisip ko pa lang, sabi ko, sino ba is starting five ni Coach Leo dito? May Junmar, may Arwin, may Marcio, may Chris Ross, may Alex Cabagnot, may CJ Perez, may Terrence Romeo, may Mo Tautua, may Von Pesumal. Ang dami, parang hindi ko na alam eh. Dun sa team na yun, ang dami mong pwedeng starting five na pwedeng gawin. But Ping, Juan, don't go anywhere. Diyan lang kayo. Mahaba-habang usapan pa tayo dito sa Sports Desk. Later, we'll take a look at Barangay Ginebra's upcoming campaign as they prepare to defend their PBA Philippine Cup title. Our guests today, 9-time PBA champion, the Pinoy Sakuragi Marc Pingris, and basketball analyst Juan Banal. Ping and Juan have been giving us an all-out preview of the upcoming PBA season, which already tips off this Friday. Okay, kanina, Ping, Juan, pinag-uusapan natin si Baby B, si CJ Perez. Ngayon, pumunta naman tayo dun sa OG Beast, si Calvin Abueva. And Calvin is also changing teams. Again, this time, he's suiting up para sa former team mo, Ping, a team that you really know, yung Magnolia Hotshots. Alam na alam mo ang sistema ng Magnolia, Ping. Kumbaga, nasa puso, nasa isip mo tong sistema and napakalapit mo kahit kay Coach Chito hanggang ngayon. Tingin mo ba mag-fit itong si Calvin Abueva sa sistema ng Magnolia Hotshots? Ping? I think Marc Pingris' video has... We're having some difficulties getting Marc Pingris back, but we will get him back. I will ask Juan Juan Banal first. Juan, I will ask you that question I threw to Ping. Tingin mo ba, do you think Calvin Abueva will fit a system that Coach Chito has here in Magnolia?
I think personally, Andre, he fits like a glove. Mark would verify this, that Magnolia is a defense-first team. And Calvin Abueva's calling card is his defense and his prowess to get those rebounds. And I know it's such a big shoes to fill, having to miss Marc Pingris on that lineup. And Calvin will have to step up a whole lot just to be able to fill in that shoes. But he also brings that kind of versatility, because now you have Ian Sangalang comfortably going to play in the 5 spot, because ito si Calvin, very versatile. He can play the 3 spot or the 4 spot. That adds speed to them. And also, on the other hand, yung rebounding, very crucial for Calvin, because Magnolia placed bottom in the last conference. They're averaging 42.5 rebounds now per game. And Calvin Abueva is that extra juice or that extra boost that can help them run the floor and start building and doubling down on their fast break attacks, because they're number 3 in the league naman when it comes to that category.
Si Calvin Abueva, parang kabayo, the energizer body hindi nauubusan
ng...
Hindi nauubusan ng energy. And I think tama ka doon, nabanggit mo, lalo na nung naalala ko, nakita natin sa bubble ng Magnolia, grabe, kahit pag nagpe-press defense sila, I think pasok na pasok talaga itong si Calvin. But I want to get Marc Pingris' thoughts. Let's check if we have Ping back on the line. Ping, narinig mo kami?
Yes, sorry. Wala na signal.
No problem.
Nawalan tayo ng signal.
Walang problema. Tinanong ko kanina, sa tingin mo ba mag-fit si Calvin Abueva sa sistema nitong Magnolia Hotshots?
Sa akin, yes. Dahil parang ako rin kasi, ako rin maglaro si Calvin yung puso niya, yung rebound niya, yung energy niya, mas matangkad down sa kanya. Pero same puso yun, yung pinapakita namin sa pagdating sa paglalaro ng basketball. At nakita ko rin yun nung naging kakampi ko rin siya sa Gilas. Talagang, grabe, kahit sa practice, talagang binibigay niya yung best niya. So, I think, okay siya sa Magnolia.
Sayang lang, na hindi kayo nag-abot. Yun yung what if na imagine, may Sangalang, may Marc Pingris, may Calvin Abueva, may Mark Baroka, 'di ba? May Gio Halalon, ang daming pwede mong isipin din doon sa mga what if. Pero ito, si Calvin napunta nga sa Magnolia dahil sa trade with Phoenix, and of course, the Fuel Masters, ang nakuha naman nila si Chris Banchero, nakuha din ng Phoenix si Vic Manuel in a different trade with the Alaska Aces. During the bubble last year, isa na sa mga frontrunners itong Phoenix. Ang ganda na ng tinatakbo nila with Banchero. Pero ito, with Banchero and Vic Manuel, where do you see the Phoenix Fuel Masters now? Do you think they have better chances in claiming that elusive championship?
I mean, without a doubt, you've got Coach Topex Robinson, just his ability to adjust. And right now, I think iba yung pyesa na meron siya. So baka makakita tayo ng ibang sistema na itatakbo tong si Phoenix. And the good side and the upside of having Chris Banchero and Vic Manuel now on the lineup is that the scoring load won't now fully rest on Matthew Wright's shoulders, di ba? That's a scary trio, Banchero, Matthew Wright, and Vic Manuel. Parang big three na rin yung kompleto Ricardo yung lineup nila. And so, I'm excited to see how it's all going to come together, how they'll play more of a two-man game, and just Matthew Wright having more options. If he needs to rest, he'll give it on the low post. He'll have Chris Banchero have pick-and-roll plays with Vic Manuel para hindi lahat lagi nakafocus sa kanya.
Let's not forget, they still have RJ Hazul, they got Jason Perkins, Justin Chua, who played well in the bubble last year. Kumbaga, this Phoenix team can quite scare you. Okay, bago natin ituloy ang ating usapan about the PBA's comeback this Friday, let's find out first the answer to our quiz question of the day. Earlier, we asked, before he became the Pinoy Sakuragi, Marc Pingris was once called the rebounding demon. Now, what is Marc Pingris' career high in rebounds in a single game? Juan, gusto mong humula bago ko tanongin si Ping?
A tough one, because I think Mark can get easy 30 rebounds in a game. That's easy. I think that he can do that while sleeping. But I'll be a little bit realistic, so I'll say at the very least, nasa mga 25 yan. Siguro,
25.
feeling ko naka 2020 ball game na to si Mark eh.
Di
Kaya
malabo.
naman siya Pinoy Sakuragi natin.
Tanong natin si Ping kung naalala niya. Ping, ikaw naalala mo? Yung career high, yung most rebounds in a single game mo, kung ilan?
Career high ko, I think nasa Chunky Giant ako, siguro naka 20 ako.
20, tingin mo?
Or I don't know.
Ang,
Masyado kang humble, Mark.
Hindi ko
Sabi mo
kasi
na 25 pa rin tayo ng feeling.
Ang tamang sagot, alam mo,
Kasi,
medyo close, pero ang tamang sagot ay 21. 21 rebounds.
Oh.
Ang career high ni Marc Pingris Pinoy Sakuragi na rebounds in a single game. And Ping, para yun sa Pure Foods, nung 2007-2008 PBA Philippine Cup Finals. 21 rebounds ang ang nagawa mo noon, Ping. Di mo na maalala. Pero close, mga 2021. Nagpaka-humble pa no one. Okay, balik tayo sa... Let's go back to the trades, the acquisitions ng off-season. Of course, one of the biggest trades na nangyari din ng off-season sa PBA was between Barangay Ginebra and the Northport Batang Pier. Literal na malaki kasi dalawang malalaking mama ang nasama dito. Christian Stanhardinger going to the Gin Kings in exchange for Greg Silla, Greg Slaughter. Juan, ikaw, how much of a boost does Ginebra get here with C-Stan being added to a team that just won the championship in the bubble?
I think the question there, Andre, is do they even need a boost? But they still got that boost with C-Stan. I think it's a match made in heaven. C-Stan, we saw the combo between Japet and C-Stan already before when they suited up for Gilas. They don't give up speed now that with C-Stan is on the floor, so they can run even if they can go big. So imagine having Japet and having C-Stan on the floor. Hindi sila babagal. C-Stan is also a great passer. He likes moving without the ball, and you know that itong Ginebra lineup likes that half-court offense. Diba? They're number one in terms of assist.
Yeah.
And they like passing and sharing the ball. And so si C-Stan, like I said, is a match made in heaven. Fits, again, also to that Ginebra system of Coach Tim Cone.
Marc Pingris, ikaw naman. Of course, alam mo, you're a big man yourself. Imagine Christian Stanhardinger teaming up with Japet Aguilar. Anong sa tingin mo, Mark, ang magiging front line na to? And paano pa dedepensa nito? Parang deadly. Kahit sina LA, sina Stanley Pringle, mag-e-enjoy sa dalawang, pwedeng mag-pick si Japet, pwedeng double pick, pwedeng kunin si Stan. How do you see this Ginebra lineup benefiting from having a twin towers na may Japet Aguilar ka at may Christian Stanhardinger ka, Ping?
siguro pag binabantayan ko tong dalawa, injuring ko na lang para hindi maka-hindi. Hindi ko lang. Barkada ko yung mga yan.
Bigyan mo na lang no?
Hindi. Sobrang bigat nito. Sobrang bigat nitong lineup na yun ng Ginebra.
Grabe.
Dahil mula din ng, kahit nga sabi mong wala si Stan talagang, Coach Tim Cone, kilala natin yan na sobrang galing na coach. But now, nakuha pa talaga nila si Christian ngayon. Talagang, I believe talaga na makakakuha sila ng Grand Slam.
Wow!
Nasa mga player na yan kung gaano nila kagusto dahil may magaling sila na coach, maganda yung lineup nila. Talagang sa tingin ko kasi sila yung pinakamabigat ngayon na team. Sa tingin ko, yun yung ko talaga na Ginebra yung pinakamabigat na team ngayon sa PBA. So alam ko na lahat ng mga team ngayon pinaghahandaan nila ang Ginebra dahil grabe yung lineup nila. Nandiyan pa may mga pa sila. Pringle pa sila na wow. Sobra. Tapos may mga twin tower sila na Japet. Tapos tong isang German nila, hindi na naging French, no? Sayang. Pero talaga, I believe na makakakuha hanggang hindi pa 100% si John Mar, I believe talaga na makakakuha sila ng Grand Slam.
Alam mo, nakausap ko si LA Tenorio nung isang araw lang. Sabi niya, yun na lang yung kulang sa kanyang karera, Ping. Yung Grand Slam, never niya nakuha yun. Ikaw, nakuha mo yun sa karir mo. So, let's see. Makikita natin kung Barangay Ginebra can pull that one off with the addition of Christian Stanhardinger to this lineup that they already have. Punta naman tayo sa Northport. kung saan doon nga napunta si Greg Slaughter. Juan, ikaw naman, sa tingin mo, how does Northport benefit having a big man like Greg Slaughter now?
I mean, having a 7-footer in a team is always positive, di ba? Lalo na if you have a former best conference player also in your lineup in the person of Greg Slaughter. And, you know, there's so many things happened off-season, so many trades. And I think isa sa mga sleepers nga itong Northport Batang Pier. You have to understand, they got Clint Doliges, they got Sidney Onuobere, and then Jonathan Gray, I think, is in full health. You have Bolick also there. You've got Subido, who was a revelation in the last conference. And then they got Jeric Balanza from Ginebra. And then they have Jamie Malonzo. Ang daming bata na scorers sa lineup na yun napapalibot dito kay Greg Slaughter. So imagine the work that he can comfortably do in the shaded area. And he doesn't have to anymore play too many pick and rolls. Pwedeng siya yung pivotal anchor ng offense nila. And then ang dami niyang pwedeng kick out if ever the defense collapses on him. So again, it's a scary also Northport team, and I think they're a sleeper.
Well, we have a lot of sleepers and a lot of teams to talk about. And dyan muna kayo because we will take another quick break. Ping and Juan, our guests today, 9-time PBA Champion Pinoy Sakuragi Marc Pingris and Basketball Analyst Juan Banal. Hindi lang naman players ang mga naging big stories sa PBA nung off-season. Kanina pinag-usapan natin yung mga trades, acquisitions. Pag-usapan naman natin ngayon ang TNT Katropa na nagpalit ng head coach, nagbabalik na si Coach Chot Reyes. Ping, ikaw, naglaro ka for Coach Chot. You fit in perfectly sa sistema ni Coach Chot, and Coach Chot has high regards pagdating sa'yo, having you as a player, isa ka sa mga naging malaking contributor nung player kanya. Ikaw, ano masasabi mo pagbabalik ni Coach Chot sa TNT? Ping.
Well, unang-una, siyempre, congrats natin si Coach na hindi naman nagtataka kung bakit nila kinuha ulit dahil napakagaling na coach. Coach Chot talaga is very professional talaga. Hinahayaan ka niya lang kung kahit ano yung gusto mong gawin. Basta pagdating sa practice, kailangan 100% ibigay mo rin kung ano yung gusto niya. Siya yung tipong coach na binibigyan ka rin ng ano eh. Kumbaga, sige, gawin mo lang kung ano yung gusto mo. Basta sa akin, kailangan 100%. Gawin mo to. Ito yung gusto ko. So, lagi niyang sinasabi din sa akin, ito yung trabaho mo, Ping. Lagi niyang pinofocus sa akin na bakit kita kinuha. Hindi dahil sa talent mo, dahil sa puso mo. So, kumbaga yung pagmamahal din sa basketball is iba eh. Talagang nakakatakot ulit tong talk and text dahil bumalik ulit yun kumbaga yung dati nilang coach. Alam na ni coach yun yung mga sistema nung PBA. And of course, talagang matatakot din ibang team dito dahil yun naman si Coach Chot talagang kumbaga yung niya sa basketball, experience niya is mabigat.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Kasi marami na rin pinagdaanan yan. Especially sa Gilas, marami na rin mga ibang team na nakalaro niya. So nakakakuha rin siya minsan doon ng mga strategy or kung ano yung pwede niyang i-improve sa team niya. So I believe din na mabigat tong team niya ngayon dahil talagang ina-isolate niya rin yung mga player niya ngayon eh. Talagang nagpo-focus sila ngayon sa bubble nila dahil alam ko na gusto rin talaga nila makapasok ngayon ng finals ulit or makakuha ulit ng champion.
At di malabo yun with Coach Chot Reyes. Nakikita ko yung iconic na ganun yung puso. Juan, quickly, Coach Chot will be calling the shots for a TNT team. Alam naman natin that made all the way to the finals nung bubble last year. May Ray Parks nun. Pero ngayon, talk about the chances of TNT winning a title. Nandyan na si Coach Chot. Pero yun nga, wala si Ray Parks dito sa lineup na ito. But talk about the chances of a TNT team.
I think TNT was already a contender even without Ray prior to Ray Parks coming into the lineup. And I think having Coach Chot Reyes now in the helm, kasi si Coach Chot, he knows how to win and he knows how to win here. Diba? He's already brought itong TNT franchise to the finals 4 times. Diba? They've won it already 2009 to 2012. Siya yung talaga nag-spearhead nung franchise. And he's such a motivational coach. He's goal-oriented. And then he brings new and relevant things into the league. yun yung kagandahan of having Coach Shot Reyes back in coaching. And for me, what excites me the most is yung yung chess match na mangyayari amongst the different coaches in this upcoming conference. So, I mean, we have high expectations, even more, regardless if Ray Parks is there or not.
Yeah.
Now that Coach Shot is on the coaching head coaching job.
Exciting, exciting, exciting. PBA is back on Friday. Maraming salamat ulit at mag-uusap pa tayo. Tatawagan namin ulit kayo. Thank you again, Ping. Maraming salamat, Tol. Pahinga mo yung LASIK yung eyes mo. And Juan,
Thank you, guys.
maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Again, we just had former PBA forward, 9-time PBA champion, the Pinoy Sakuragi Marc Pingris, as well as basketball analyst Juan Banal.